Hey guys, Desolator Magic here, and this is not technically an MTG related video, but it's related to my channel and it's very helpful on YouTube in general. There are the same recurring complaints and problems and comments on my channel, so I'm going to address them all in one big video. Question number 1. Where did my comment go? Well, if it was incredibly rude, insulting, or contained blatantly incorrect information, then I probably deleted it, and I probably also blocked you from my channel. Hey, fun fact, anybody on any channel can just hit hide all comments now, in the past, and in the future for this user, and then I don't think they'll know that they're blocked, which is really funny. So then they're typing away, wasting their time, and I don't even get notified, and nobody but them ever sees what they type. That is some funny crap, YouTube. Good job. The second possibility is that it contained a URL, a link to something. If it contains a link, there's a 99% chance it will automatically get flagged as spam. You could literally be linking to another YouTube video. It will still be marked as spam automatically. I really don't know why this is. You could link to google.com. They'll still flag it. It doesn't matter the reputation of the website, whether it's known or unknown. There's no whitelist. And apparently I have practically no control over it, or I would probably turn that off. So do not leave comments with links in them. They will get automatically flagged. Next, if you're on a sketchy Wi-Fi connection, you're on mobile data or just something with bad reception, whatever, really slow internet jammed up by other people, public Wi-Fi, whatever, it might be that your comment, it stalled out when you hit post or submit or whatever, and then it posted twice because you hit it again and you didn't realize it. Now, they're supposed to block this, but, on a bad connection, anything could happen. If you leave the same exact comment 2 or more times, it will block them both and flag them both as spam. If your comment contains certain, heuristical stuff like a $sign, or that's the only one I can think of. I don't know, if your comment said, hey, that deck totally reminds me of free diet pills, guaranteed it's getting flagged. That's probably like a level 10 phrase in their system. If you say, price, selling, $sign, buy, that kind of stuff, they might just think it's like a scam or spam or who knows. So a lot of those get flagged. The 4th or 5th or whatever reason we're on by now is no reason, absolutely no reason. I go into my spam list, spam comments. Some of them are really simplistic sentences that just no human on the planet would flag as spam. I think one time it literally was, hey Des, I like your videos, keep it up, and it flagged it as spam. I don't know if they thought you were imitating me, I don't know, I have no idea. Also, if your comment contains just a hashtag or primarily a hashtag, it stands about a 50% chance of getting flagged and removed. So basically, to sum it up, if your comment disappeared, it's almost definitely 9 times out of 10, it's YouTube's fault. Oh, and I do occasionally check spam comments, but there's so many of them, and then it's I don't know when I'm looking at it if it was duplicated or not. Oh, also, if you leave more than about 6 comments on the same video, it will automatically flag and remove them all retroactively. So if you go down making legitimate, completely individual different replies to too many different people, it will flag it, which is really weird. Oh, and if your comment was completely fine, but I don't like your username or profile picture, and I don't think it represents my channel well, that's another reason I delete it. And I don't just delete it, I block you. The next question I constantly get is, under channels, it doesn't say I have a secondary channel. Well, what do you know? YouTube apparently lets you have 2 channels now. I sure as hell couldn't find a way to do it, even after researching it for about an hour. So I created a second Google account, but hey, why wouldn't I? I mean, if one gets banned or one gets hacked, I don't want them getting access to the other one either. So my second YouTube channel that I keep referencing occasionally is Desolator Gaming. A lot of you figured that out when I said it's a gaming channel. The channel currently sucks, I have no time to put into it, and the existing videos are only moderately okay, but there is really good content coming in the future, and I mean really good. It's like game reviews and just funny gameplay videos, just kind of messing with people without completely being a dick or a cheater. So that one's worth watching if you're into that, for sure. Oh, and for those of you still wondering what I look like, go to that channel. And for some reason, people always want to know how much money I make. I could have sworn that 13 years ago or whenever I made this account, because it was merged and then Google, it was before Google bought YouTube. It's a mess, but I'm pretty sure that somewhere in some kind of terms I read that I'm not allowed to disclose how much money I'm making. It was an AdSense policy. It wasn't specifically YouTube, but guess what? We all get paid through AdSense, and I'm not sure if that policy is still there, so I'm not going to say it. Luckily, there's a website that says it for me. You can go to socialblade.com, which is like the greatest website ever if you are interested in all things YouTube. Type in the name of any username or channel, and it will tell you everything about it. It will tell you stuff that I can't even look up in my own stats on YouTube. Hey, my account was created on May 20th, 2006. Wow, I wasn't far off. There's like view and subscriber increases, decreases, all that kind of stuff. What country I upload from, my channel type, all kinds of stats. I am actually ranked just in views 304,742nd on YouTube, which I'm very proud of that. And in the last 30 days, I've gained 2,683 subscribers, which blows my freaking mind. There's also viewers per day and just all kinds of cool stuff, but they do have estimated income, and the funny thing is, it is a ridiculous range. Absolutely, like, it's like the low end compared to the high end. I'm actually going to do the math right now. They claim I make somewhere between a low number and 15.7 times higher than that. So somewhere in that range. The funny thing is the estimated yearly earnings, because then it's multiplied out and it's even less accurate. It's like somewhere between not much and enough to retire. So somewhere in there. I will tell you that universally on YouTube, unless the topic of your channel is about something just expensive ad grabbing, basically, like dieting, what's the other big ones? Pool and spa, construction, luxury items. If it's about any of that, the ads that show on your video are going to be worth more because it costs more per clip because it's a bigger market. MTG doesn't have a big market, neither does, well, I'd say gaming, but that's probably not true. But just the average typical blah whatever channel that's not about anything particularly expensive, I've heard it's about $1.50 to $3 per 1,000 views, give or take. So you do the math. It's enough to not immediately close my store and go bankrupt, which I'm happy with. Also, the finances haven't been amazing lately, but I did manage to get together enough to get back on some medication that I've been off of for cost reasons. And that is 100% due to YouTube. My shop ain't doing any better, that's for sure. Big giant opportunity to make money just fell through there, so I'm not happy about that. It wasn't even MTG related either, but that, EMN kind of bombed. I think I ended up just barely breaking even when some cards shot up. But the math suggests I still lost 1.5%, but whatever. So what does medication do if you think it maybe makes me less weird? Hell no. Science hasn't advanced that far. Did they make me more weird? No. They just helped me be able to, move. So for the first time in, oh boy, at least a year, I was able to walk 1 mile while playing, of course, Pokemon Go. And the next day I could actually walk after that. Last time I tried to walk 1.8 miles because I completely misinterpreted some directions from Google, thanks. I was on crutches for like the next 4 days. My joints don't work correctly. And a lot of people in my family have that problem. I guess it's just genetic or something. I grew way too quickly when I was 11, and I have flat feet. So it's not like a weird chemical or biological thing. It's like a structural thing. That's a lot easier to treat if I take certain steps and take certain meds. So I am just blown away by that. Never thought YouTube would help me out that much, and hopefully I can start paying down the credit card too. That'd be awesome. So I guess the answer to the question in the end is enough to buy pills. So somebody asked me one morning, they're like, so I know you're trying to lose weight, you're on a diet, because that'll obviously help. I'm not that heavy. I'm down to like 202 now, so I'm not like, damn. But, it'd be like taking off a 20-pound backpack if I lost 20 pounds. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I only have about, I think, 27 pounds of losable fat according to the BMI scan. But if I do that, it's got to help my hips and knees, so that'd be awesome. So anyway, somebody asked me what I had for breakfast, because they're like, yeah, I know diet and health and stuff. They are actually a doctor. I give all my advice from my friends who are doctors, not actual doctors, because that costs money. Well, I mean, they are actual doctors. I don't know how to phrase that. You guys get where I'm going with that. They were like, oh, what did you have for breakfast? I'm like, oh, it was pretty low calorie. And like, yeah, what was it? Eggs or something, high protein, high fiber. I'm like, well, diet Red Bull and pills. And I mean, it's hard to argue that it's not like diet unhealthy. It's probably unhealthy, But the pills help out, plus my allergies, I gotta be on Zyrtec every day. I have like the most severe allergies that my doctor's ever seen, but luckily this year, not that bad. So everything's going great for me health-wise lately. By the way, gotta mention this. We're playing, me and Dracon, we are playing like hardcore Pokemon Go. We hatch eggs by just the sheer power of how crappy our GPS antennae are, especially indoors. Our dude will go running all over like just like a madman, sometimes at 50 miles an hour, and we have to say that we're not driving. But yeah, they get around. I mean, just sitting there watching the Packer game today, he ran 3.5 kilometers and I ran 1 kilometer without moving. And when we are moving, we've got to hop from Wi-Fi to Wi-Fi because neither one of us have data plans. In fact, neither of our tablets are even GSM, aka SIM card capable, and neither of them have CDMA modems. They don't have data modems of any kind. So we've been going up and down the main streets and stuff in our city trying to jump on Wi-Fi and GIS SSIDs. And for other people with GIS networks where you connect to the GIS network and then try to load a page and the DNS just fails because it's either not connected to something or it's drastically misconfigured, that's annoying. And I certainly don't try to hack into the router and then turn off radio or reset their SSID to something like, hey, stop broadcasting fake free internet, you dick. I would never do that. But Time Warner Cable is a really cool deal where you can jump on certain modems for free if you're already a customer, and it broadcasts without, it's like reserved bandwidth, doesn't affect them at all. It's a great idea, works great. And the next patch for Pokemon Go is going to make it friendlier to people who play the way I do because the game likes to freeze up and crash a ton, and the boot time on my tablet is like a minute and a half. That thing is such a $55 piece of crap. So anyway, that's your Pokemon Go update for the end. I just wanted to throw that in because I was too lazy to make another video on my gaming channel about it. So if you're a Pokemon Go player, you can appreciate the fact that I got to level 16 in 2 weeks without a data plan, so it is doable. Also, I got up and walked a mile without having surgery or drastic consequences, so that's doable too. So if you're in the same boat as me, just work on it. Go to the doctors, take the proper pills, and just change your diet, stretch more, everything I'm doing, and it helps. I mean, no matter what your health problem is, if there's something you can do about it, put in the effort, do something about it, you will be happy with the end result, usually. Also, I'm not a doctor, and the medical advice is only for entertainment purposes and blah, 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 bunch of legal crap. None of the products mentioned in this video were paid endorsements, nor were they considered to be actual reviews of the products. The statements made by Desolator and Desolator Magic are his and his alone. That said, I'll see you guys next video.